Welcome back to Blackacre Ranch, everybody. So today's another hot day and we're gonna work on the water trough system for the buffalo, trying to get it so it doesn't leak, and we're gonna plumb it from underneath to hopefully fix our problem. So stick with us. Okay, so we've got these concrete water troughs. They hold about 150 gallons of water, all right? So it's not so bad. Pretty much the objective is you get pipe like we've got here, sitting here. Water comes down, you got some float valve like this guy, and obviously everything's peachy keen, right? But obviously this hasn't been working since we're standing here and we're showing you all about it. So that's of course naturally a problem. So anyway, what we've been using are these Job valves. Anyway, they work really good actually, all things considered. However, this last time we took this out, and when you take this off, there's an internal valve that shuts. They were able to remove this and everything should stop flowing into the tank. Well, as you can tell, mainly from the algae here, it's been leaking. And I don't know why it keeps leaking. We've had one problem of these when it froze. I think something happened internally on one of the valves that it just wouldn't flow a lot of water and it just couldn't keep up, so we had to replace it. Now we're having this issue. So these Job valves, J-O-B-E, anyway, jobvalves.com. Anyway, they work with low water pressure. Since we have a rain-fed collection system and it's all gravity fed down to here, we don't have a lot of water pressure. These are designed for that, so then in theory they do work good, but they're not working now. So this is an example of the spring that's probably inside this that should be shutting, but it's not out of here. So this threads into another spot in there, and then this sits like this. Anyway, it's not working. So that's probably part of the issue. But we have all this piping up top. Our goal today is to get this so this piping is no longer up top. It's all underground and in the tank. So that way freezes don't bother it, hopefully, and buffalo don't bother it. The pipe is getting scraped back here from barbed wire. This guy moves around too much and it affects the float, and then it leaks a little bit. A lot of issues. You might say, why don't we go to Tractor Supply and go grab one of these ones that just sit on the side? Well, this stuff is too thick. I haven't found one that fits it. And then it's just right there that the buffalo hit it and they'll muck it about, and we still have external lines. So I want everything internal, which means we've got to drain this tank, move it and everything, and get it all sorted out. Well, we have two valve spots. We have a valve spot right here. It's a threaded plug, and then we have a threaded plug on that end on the inside. I can't thread through that one because that fitting that's in there when they poured the concrete is just too low. You can't thread over it, all right? So that's non-usable, which is why these guys haven't been used in it. I'm gonna come underneath the tanks and come up through these, capping these guys. So I gotta flip this tank and start coming from underneath. You know, we're gonna have to do both troughs. We're gonna start with this one since the buffalo are on the other side. And we're gonna leave them with that much water as long as we can. So we didn't want to start and drain that side and then not be able to fill it until this side was done. Anyway, I think that makes sense. This is threaded in. This guy, the water pressure should probably close him off, because on the inside you can see it moving. Anyway, but it's not. You leave enough for at least one fitting. All right, reuse this guy somewhere.
too soon on the hill last time with this trough and it tipped off. So I think we've learned how to come down a hill. All right, good job.
All right, so we have these blocks here we put, and I know it probably seemed a little overkill to some people, just throw it on the dirt, who cares? But this is the amount of erosion in 2 years from the sand. This side doesn't look too bad behind me, but the stuff over here is obviously lower. So we want this pipe insulated, we want it in dirt, and I don't want the concrete troughs tipping and moving with all this, and it would have started sagging. So we're gonna try and keep all these blocks, but I need to dig out this section over here low enough that the pipe is below ground over here to meet the other T. You can see the T right here. So it's not like it's super far underground, but we don't get a lot of frost. So we gotta start digging some of this out. Well, we can fill some up over there. And then we can put all this pipe, that one trough, the lower tube right here, from the guy sitting right there. So that's the objective. Maybe don't be Hercules next time.
You know, so much pressure to tighten it. You never get it back off. Yum.
That's the best one.
There's a lot of dirt up that hole. Okay. We have an audience.
Hi, Mary.
Thanks, Smith. Oh, she's scratching.
All right.
Wait, what?
It's really just connect the dots, guys. Connect the dots. It's probably a little close. So we're going to reuse the old one. Just came to mind. Because I already know it, it's got the threads on it. Should work just fine. There. Okay, we have the pipe underneath already poking out the side over here, about a 1/2 inch. We gotta level this over and drop it down in that dirt where we have that crevice and try and line it up and put the trough back down. Then we'll do our other work from the other side and connecting it to the existing line. Top of the cinder blocks. We're going to try and wedge underneath the one side on the left. They'll lift it all up so I can get these things out and reposition, but I don't want to just slide it because I don't want to bust the pipe. All the rest of the water is going to come out now.
Yep.
All right, so this is the contraption we used to have, sitting like this. Of course, this pipe was on the other side. My problem is I need to go straight. I need a sleeve, but I am right up to the reducer from the 1 inch to a 3/4. So I'm going to cut it here, and I'm going to make a bridge here, like that, and I'm going to put a valve in between here, and it's going to go straight back down and 90 into this guy. I am going to put a box, a concrete box for valves, all right here. So I'm trying to get all of these valves down there. So it's just scabbing to get these things all together, and shouldn't take too long. All right, so I matched up here, and I got to get it onto this guy. So because I can bend this guy up and down, I'm going to attach here first, but I'm about where this guy is, so this line is about the middle of the C, so I'm going to cut it back to the C and put a sleeve here, and then I'll attach this down. Moment of truth. Should have primed those.
Yeah, you should have. You could have just popped it right in, huh?
Yeah.
But you didn't know. If you would have primed it, it wouldn't have matched up.
Suck on that for a while, dudes.
great.
Oh, you prick. Don't you dance around on me. All right, got it done. So now all we got to do is put everything on this side of the fence, work on this trough, and then test everything. But let's get a move on. It is sucky hot out here today.
Can't say you're wasteful, right?
Waste not. We like apples. If any of you catch that movie reference, just put it in the comments.
I don't think your family caught that.
No.
You guys didn't?
No.
I understand it's from.
Oh my gosh, Pirates of the Caribbean. The guy's like, waste not.
The apple.
He likes apples.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Apple.
we're slow. We got it.
Waste not. You might wonder, why am I putting it in the middle? Whenever I've seen the buffalo drink, it's like they drink in corners. They don't usually go into the middle unless they just thrash it about, so I don't know, that's why, I guess. So we put it in the corners, or away from the corners. Besides, it'll only be out to like here,
Yeah.
which is still quite a ways away.
Kind of. I mean, that's why I said.
How's it looking, Chica?
Looking good.
We're close enough?
We're just
Darn it. You son of a monkey. Get in there, you prick. So does barbed wire in your shoulder.
Ow.
Thought I'd try and reuse this, but I should have gotten a plastic one. I think we'll just go get some little green ones, put them down there and use those, because that's not fitting. All right, let's get this sucker on before we lose the chance. We may not need to reset the ball.
Oh, it looks pretty good actually.
It's quite cold.
So if you're wondering, it's hard to fight the floaty thing when you're trying to assemble the whole thing at once. So if you separate it and you put in that one part of the Job valve, it'll then cut the water off, and then you can put in the second half and try and get it. And it looks like we may not need to set this at all.
Just in time too.
All right, it's gonna keep filling up a little bit. I think we're gonna call it quits here, guys. Thanks for joining along. We got the 2 troughs plumbed from underneath. We're just gonna backfill a little bit here and there, and I just gotta go get those covers to put over the top. And then we should be set. So hopefully there won't be any freeze problems. We won't have any pipes wiggling around, affecting how much it's filling and overflowing water. So it's hot. I'm gonna get inside at some point. So I hope you guys enjoy yourself. We'll catch you next time. See ya.